Edekabosito Dr. Kemilon Soro. Today is Wednesday, the 28th of August, 2024. Mufeke fitin sile lori reports to my shensi. When I did IJ Mohbad, the investigation started on the 15th of September, with the Nigerian police to the 30th. I stopped working with all the agencies on the 30th because I just helped them compile facts together. There was a lot of things that were coming out online, video upon video, and we did not know why these videos didn't come out when Mohbad needed help. Things keep updating, so we were on videos, but on jadi, all right, and however, I unlock and let's move on multimedia and let's authenticate with time and date. Immediate and dates will push me because that's a requirement in journalism. I know a lot of people, say that, I like how Kemi dates and stuff and time. That's what you have to do that in journalism. I don't know what they're teaching them in Nigeria, but it's a requirement. It makes things easier. We can't say journalism is a rough draft of history, but yet we don't date and we put times on when we do stuff. There is a tweet behind me, and you're reading that tweet. And it clearly says, Bella Shmurda, I'm giving you 48 hours to go to Nigerian police and speak to Muyiwa Adejobi, Prince Moye 1, or force CID in Ikoyi. There is information that Bella Shmurda knows about Mohbad's killing, murder, death, whatever you want to call it. There is information to one, Casey, Tiboboy. At the time Timothy tweeted, he was in Canada. Emio Demako in Canada. That's why I said 48 hours. Because Toba Jore, Mohbad niye Bella. You are supposed to stand there and stand in for him. If you all guys claimed he was bullied by Naira Marley, Malian music, and all the Malian thugs and who else was, you need to stand up for him. Sherry Omote Wolenyi, Bella Shmurda. Only right lati ba lawyer, only right lati sue me, only right lati share anything to bafe in a civil court, But omoy, otimba Wunmi sun ki Mohbad toku. I repeat, Bella Shmurda, otimba Wunmi sun ki Mohbad toku. Ngba toku tan iwo lo sare to shmuj pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. To ba mo too much shmuj, it's some kind of Oyinbo slang for Iwoluwa dore and sing to one she wole wodi, Iwolulog apartment 4 million a year, Iwolun toju so that you will look good to the people. Is that not what the Yabo and Tonto are doing? When she fundraiser so they can look like humanitarians for their foundations. You can look good to people, and people are typing, Bella is like Mohbad's best friend. But Emiti scope before that, because you, Bella Shmurda, you did not want him on your album. And you made it clear to that podcast that, I don't want these Malian people. But you wanted to be on his EP. And he put you on the EP. But these are the people they call frenemies. The enemy is always within. The enemy is always within, Bella. Awade monye. Nígbà tí mo de tweet kini, àwọn kan sọ pé who is Kemi? Mo how powerful I am. Denny. You don't know how powerful I am, right? Forget that one about my grandfather being the first DIG. That Nigerian police whole thing. When it comes to crimes and all that, go and see what Mark Sanders said in Canada, Toronto police chief. 5 more people like Kemi and will solve everything. But we must solve 13 murders in Canada. What did the police spokesman say in that tweet? Or respond? What did he say? Bella, the reports are only I'm waiting to hear from him. And this is how we solve murders in Canada. People have the tips, they need to go in. Bella Shmurda knows exactly what happened. He knows about the fight. The 4 witnesses inside Mohbad's house that spoke to me during this investigation, and 2 in the Malian house, everyone I spoke to, they're protected because as a journalist, I have to protect the source. But the information is out there, and I don't know why Mohammed Yusuf botched the case. And this is not what Sanwo-Olu promised us. Egbe placard ke lo protest for Mohbad ni 12th of September. Lo protest for Mohbad. Àwọn tó wà l'Abẹ́òkúta, mo rí crowd yẹn nígbà tí Mohbad ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kú. Egbe placard ni it's on protest. Heavy protesting. Mi ò ní kẹ́ lọ máa fọ́n kan, kẹ́ lọ máa lúto, mi ò ní kẹ́ máa lọ ṣe kíní o. Ẹ lọ protest peacefully for Mohbad because ẹnìkan kò care about Mohbad. Everybody's out for their money and their propaganda. Iṣẹ́ tí mo ti ṣe, iṣẹ́ $9,000. Láì tí ká gbogbo updates tí mo ti ń fún yín in the last 3 months. Time is money, you know. And then another thing. Look at how people are bombarding me on Twitter inside my inbox. Please, can you investigate this for us? Can you investigate? You think it's like that? Can you investigate? You think I just investigate for fun? I had no salary for 11 years in Nigeria. I used my money to do investigations. I asked for donations. I was shamed as a broke whatever. Now everybody wants me. And I just replied them, sorry, you had me for 11 years. This was my last investigation and I must solve it. Every other thing I've been vindicated and solved. This must be solved. Otutu Wunmi right now, I have a serious head cold, and that's why I have this scarf on top of my head. The whole thing about it right now is nobody must quote Iyabojo for me. Please leave Iyabojo. Let her deal with her leaking butt from her BBL. Leave her alone, please. Don't quote her for me. Iyabo said, Iyabo said, Iyabo said. Mohbad died in the house. Secondary to what? Fighting in the house? The railing? The bloody blanket? The bloody clothes? And then they couldn't treat a hand injury. They had to call a nurse because there was a criminal component. And that was the basis of my investigation. Bella was one of the first people to know that Mohbad was injured that night by his wife. And they called a nurse and everything. He was the first to know. He was not in the country, he was in Canada. You can use that as an alibi, but he knew. So Bella, you need to go to Nigerian police and speak to them about what you know. Okay? I tweeted this in September, 2 days after Mohbad's death, and I believe it was the 13th or the 14th. And you tell an industry, sorry, whether it's industry or not, you have no friends in this world. All these people, they do not care about you. They do what they want. They make their own money. They get their own reputation raised up. I did a birthday for me and her daughter and her son. And I got an apartment. Should anybody even know that you got an apartment for me? Should everybody know that you paid $4 million? But instead, you have to put it there to someone so they can tell you. You mean Agbalagba 60 years old, which want the investigation. Bella Shmurda. Okay, I don't know whether to call you a betrayer or a traitor. If you like, you can be sleeping with me every day. It doesn't concern me. Just make sure you go and go to the police and tell them what you know about the fight that happened. Okay? Because if you protect Wunmi, like I said, I want to go back on board. Okay, I want to protect him on my Jawan case. Because someone who told us there was a team, forensic team, autopsy team, everything. The team I saw, and I added what their salaries would be. That team would be like close to what? $4 million worth of work. And once of him one IPO, Nicolonche case, IPO, you have a botch case. No, we're not taking that too. We're not. It's not going to happen. So if you like, sit down at home. If you like, go to the police. It's up to you. Anyone else that has any, problems, any issues about Mohbad's death, please let us know. I'm going to have a series of videos today. All right. And I'm, Prime Boy said some very interesting things, but his own alibi is short. He did not even follow them to the house. Because imagine if he did, they would have said he killed Mohbad. I mean, for real. Okay? Now, let me just get the next video. Just be sharing these videos because what I'm doing now is I'm breaking down everything as I investigated it. So this was my tweet. Bella has never gone to the police, not that I know of. Okay? Some people will go to the police. They won't make noise about it. Fine. Okay, but I speak to the police all the time. This guy hasn't, seen them. So please go there before it becomes arresting and detaining and all that. Thanks, everyone.